To be favourites in any match can be a disadvantage, but to be hot favourites is bordering on being cursed. Donegal had beaten the All-Ireland champions last time out. They now had home advantage against Monaghan. It was just a matter of time, surely, before they would be facing Cavan and Martin McHugh in the Ulster semi-final. The script was perfect, but no one had shown it to the Monaghan lads. The Northern Standard certainly got it right. Monaghan in the mood to cause upset, but nobody could realistically believe them. The Donegal Democrat was a little more cautious, if still remaining optimistic. 1 point win was all Donegal wanted. Ballybofey drew a huge home crowd to witness Donegal winning. Young Monaghan needed time to mature was the experts' view. How they have matured. Your commentators are Jimmy Smith and Peter McGuinnessy.
The game in Ballybofey today is all ticket. Reduced capacity of the ground means that there are only 12,000 here today, and as you can see, the place is well packed. With John Duffy still in the injured list, Donegal are forced to make one change from the side which overcame down in Clones. Declan Bonner, who came on for Duffy during that game, was retained at corner forward, while elsewhere manager PJ McGowan retains the same formation which was so successful last time out. Once again, Martin Gavigan partners Brian Murray at midfield. Noel Hegarty starts at the centre of the defence, while Noel's brother Paddy is once again given a free role alongside James McHugh and Mark McShane on the half-forward line. For the first time in many years, Monaghan started a championship game today without Ray McCarran. His absence, along with that of the injured Jared McGurk, sees the Monaghan selectors give championship debuts to 4 players. Peter Duffy, a star performer with Castledenny, comes in at right half forward, while in what could be a risky venture, Mick McCormack installs a new half-back line of Martin Slowey, Joe Coyle and John Conlon. Indeed, as far as Monaghan are concerned, youth is certainly the order of the day, as 12 of today's starting 15 are under 25 years of age. Jim Kern from Tyrone, today's referee, checks his watch. The last semi-final place to be decided then. The last time these two sides met was in Castleblaney in 1985. On that day Monaghan won. They went on to win the Ulster title, but today they're trying to deprive Donegal from getting into their 7th semi-final in a row. Donegal are first to attack. The ball off the post. That shot there by James McHugh. McHugh is down, and immediately we have a penalty. What a start for Donegal, Peter.
Yes, James McHugh involved in that right from the beginning. They go into this game as firm favourites, and this is certainly the start that Monaghan didn't want. The ball comes in here, right-footed, speculative shot, comes off the post, and the man who kicked it, the first man to react, and taken down unceremoniously, and Jim Kern had absolutely no doubt in awarding the penalty. First to react, full-back David King was the man responsible.
Jim Kern still in consultation with Noel Moran, and Declan Bonner is the man entrusted with it, and facing him is John O'Connor. As Declan adjusts himself, is the first time in the Ulster Championship this year we've seen all players having been put outside the semicircle. Here comes Bonner, saved by O'Connor. So John O'Connor rightly received the plaudits of his defence, and Declan Bonner wonders what happened.
Declan Bonner elected to hit it at what must be regarded as savable height, but the big stoneless man now playing with Carrick McCross did very well to stand up. Bonner struck it very well, but too close and too high.
So now Manus Boyle gets the result in 45, and the kick by Boyle also goes to the right and also goes wide, and Donegal are playing with any form of advantage with breeze. It's flowing from left to right diagonally across the field, and it didn't help Manus Boyle on that occasion. Gavigan gets in the way of Mark Crossan. Brian Murray, McHugh, trouble already. He's already won a penalty. He's now cutting his way through again. Out to the left it goes, and over the bar it goes from Manus Boyle. So Manus makes up for his discretion from the 45, and after almost 3 minutes, Donegal take the lead. Monaghan, first to react. Good use of the half-back. Martin Slowey, brother of Michael. And now it's Declan Smith. Smith's jersey is pulled. So there's another free from Monaghan. And this time I'm quite sure that the free taker will be the man who was fouled, Declan Smith.
There are a number of reasons why Monaghan might feel confident coming into this game. One of them is the solid platform that Frank McInerney and Corey McShane give them in the middle of the field, and the other one is the scoring ability of Declan Smith and Stephen McGinnity.
There's an example of Smith's scoring ability. The sides are level after 6 minutes. Bargaban in the middle of the field, easy collected. Gavigan through the middle, which is rather porous at the moment, and just listen to that roar. He scored one in Clonus. He doesn't score too many with his left foot, but he certainly scored on that occasion. And Monaghan playing the game a la Donegal, short passing ball out of defence, and it's working for them. Here comes John Conlon. They've certainly got no inferiority complex in Ballybofey. Declan Lockman, a long time serving, and here goes Stephen McGinnity. Great tackle by Martin Shovlin, but it's still Monaghan. Peter Duffy has switched wings, feeds it back to Declan Lockman, off the post and into the net. A goal by Lockman, and that has certainly sent the Monaghan flags up in the air. The Castleblaney man Declan Lockman does the damage, and Mick McCormack springs off the bench.
Donegal had their chance early on and didn't take it. This ball comes out to Declan Lockman from Peter Duffy. Duffy nowhere to go, lays it back to Lockman, and he's certainly going for a point here. But that very, very difficult ball that drifts in at the back post eluded Gary Walsh.
Well, we've certainly got a game in Ballybofey. All the neutrals had it written off as a one-sided contest, but the Monaghan players certainly didn't read that. Off the ball, we have a player lying injured. Stephen McGinnity appears to be the man on the ground.
Brian Murray, fairly blatant in front of the referee. Jim Corn has to decide, is that a striking offence or just a bit of innocent tussle?
Brian Murray, certainly a fortunate man. Michael Slowey also enters that little book.
But it's Declan Smith with the resultant free.
Making little of the elements. Declan Smith, he scored a goal and 4 points last year. That from the goal scorer. Drilled down the middle. Declan Smith getting a little bit of space. The left foot shot engineered off the outside of the left foot. And it's all Monaghan at the moment. And is the form book going to be ripped into shreds?
This is exactly what Mick McCormack wanted. He wanted space in front of the goals. The ball drilled through the middle by Declan Lockman, picked up by Declan Smith as he came across the middle, and he improvised then when he found himself on his weaker right foot.
Barry McGowan with an injured player. Steve McGinty's down again, but play goes on. Paddy Hegarty does well to hold possession. He's got a man on his outside. Brian Murray. Murray straight through the middle goes Murray. Kicks it over the bar under pressure. That's a great score from Brian Murray, and it's certainly what Donegal needed.
Paddy Hegarty sort of held up in the middle of the field here, waits for the support arriving, and Brian Murray's strong, purposeful run through the middle, determined to get a score to put Donegal back on the rails. There he comes onto the ball, on the move. It's a good ball. He knows what he wants. He gets to within scoring range, and then he hits the ball hard.
Declan Loughlin is down his full forward. At the moment he's playing in around midfield. Bottled up by 3 players. Mark McShane would be well advised to play that ball back. Matt Gallagher. Ballantraman, crossfield ball. The target is Manus Boyle. Boyle beaten through it by Edwin Murphy. Murphy bravely in and picks it up. This is what championship football means as far as Monaghan are concerned. A lovely ball by Murphy. Gregory Flanagan flicks it on. It's picked up by Declan Smith. The man racing through the middle is Cormac McShane. McShane's got room. Brilliant block in there. That's Steve McGinnity. But away. Gary Walsh gets it. Picked up by Crossan. And away by John Joe Doherty. Declan Bonner just gets the toe in. McInerney, the Monaghan captain. Now it's Slowey. Donegal retreating. And Peter Duffy just shown a little burst of his speed there. Holds it up, decides to go for the shot. The point, the roar, and is Blaney or Duffy's first score in championship football. The Castle Blaney player certainly living up to this pre-match publicity.
Yes, I was talking to Nudie Hughes yesterday at the launch of the Rosslea Golf Classic, and he was enthusing about this young player. And what a score that is from virtually on the end line.
4 points is the margin. Declan Laughlin foul.
Yes, this midfield partnership of Frank McEnany and Cork McShane are two big strong men. There's no free catching in the middle of the field, and there's plenty of possession for Monaghan.
A lovely ball by Laughlin. Fed into the overlapping halfback John Conlon, and the Carrick-Lacrosse player, he's a student at Maynooth, slices it over the bar, and Monaghan are in dreamland at the moment.
Great ball by Declan Lockman after he picked up the break, and a great run by young John Conlon. Certainly himself and Joe Coyle have proved that they can come forward with purpose.
And away comes Crossan. Gavigan. A hefty challenge by McShane. Now Steve McHugh's opportunity. And as Boyle does well to hold on to it. And that ball will be moved forward. Michael Slowey wouldn't let him take the quick free. And Jim Kern punishes him by moving the ball up 10 metres. Well, I don't know if Manus could hear him and all the noise, but he certainly did what he wanted, put it over the bar. It's Boyle's second point, but Monaghan still lead by 4. Point scorer Conlon, playing with an awful lot of confidence, gives it to his captain. Smith, the target man, got his body in front of the ball, was fouled, and we have a free for Monaghan. Smith elects to kick it out of the hands, off the ground, out of his hands. It doesn't make any difference to Declan Smith.
This is a brilliant point from Declan Smith. Took some criticism last year for his display in the semi-final against Down, but he's certainly unsung today.
Peter Duffy, just look at that. Apparently he's been timed at 11 seconds for the 100 metres. Feeds it to Edwin Murphy. Edwin has played him forward, so it's no problem to him being up there. The transfer into Park McShane. The result's the same. Over the bar it goes, and the blue and white flags rise around Ballybofey.
Monaghan were expected to bring passion here to Ballybofey. Some people said they would bring little else. But at this stage, Donegal are reeling. And tactically playing just 2 full forwards. With Peter Duffy now given the roaming commission from full forward, and Declan Loughlin in the half forward line has certainly worked for him.
Yes, too many cooks spoiling the broth. Too many defenders in. A free for Donegal. And suddenly these free kicks are of vital importance. Declan Bonner sends it in, allowed for the breeze, and the flag coming up behind the goalmouth told you the score before the umpire reached the the white flag. That's TJ McGann. It's about to introduce the number 19. That's John Duffy. But we're in injury time in the first half, so it'll be interesting to see whether they use him or not. Martin McShane, probably go on for him on Duffy. Another poor ball, but can Donegal do something of it? Right through the middle goes Haggerty. The shot from Haggerty screams over the bar, and that's just what Donegal needed at the end of this first half. Roll Haggerty, the scorer.
2 unanswered points here for Donegal, but for a change, they've won the ball in the forward line, and the support was there this time. Coming on the burst, clear, and a great shot by Noel Haggerty. There he is, bursts under the ball. They haven't been doing that. They haven't been winning the ball in the forward line. They haven't been supporting. Not the case there for Noel Haggerty.
Maybe in by Slowey. Entire half-back line combined. A lovely ball over the top. McEnany's in a run and wins it. That's Stephen McGinnity. Just above his man. Then it through to Gregory Flanagan. Flanagan was upended. Declan Smith strides across to take this free. 21-year-old from Carrickmacross as the breeze flutters across his jersey. He strikes the far post. Guy Walsh can't hold it. Declan Smith's 5th point. And all we get from him is a smile. Manus Boyle runs into it slowly. Paddy Haggerty tries to force his way past Coyle. And he's fouled. The jersey quote is the signal. And we've another opportunity. Manus Boyle, usually one of the steadiest free takers. He scored in every round of the National League. He scored 2 points today. You can now make it 3. An important strike for Manus Boyle. And an even more important one for Donegal. 4 points is the difference. And the big question is, can Monaghan maintain their momentum? They've threatened to do so much in the previous years of the Ulster Championship. Jim Kern sees a foul in the middle of the field and a Monaghan player has said something, that's why the ball is being moved up. Here goes Paddy Haggerty. Manus Boyle bottled up for a moment, swings that left foot ever so accurately over the bar. It's Manus Boyle's 2nd score of the second half. And now there's just a goal between them. Kennedy picks up the breaking ball, arches a left-footed ball across the field. What a brilliant point! A magnificent strike by Stephen McKennedy. The Drumhallen player scored a goal last year against Cavan, but that was an inspirational score from way out in the wing.
A brilliant one-handed take here. Look at that, small man gets up, takes it down, knows where the goals are. This is his left foot, non-preferred foot, and he lets it go. What a brilliant score, what an inspirational score that could be.
John Gilday, when he first at speed, takes it past Conlon. Now he's got a man inside, his fellow substitute John Duffy. Duffy in towards Haggerty, off the post! A let off for Monaghan. A brilliant punch by Paddy Haggerty. And Donegal must be wondering, is this their day? They've already missed a penalty, remember, in the first half. On away come Monaghan again. Will Declan Smith punish it? He's gone into a variety of turns. He's left Jim Kern in his wake, so quick as the Monaghan attack being. A man on his own. The kick is over the bar. It's Peter Duffy. It's his 2nd point. And that really punished that effort at the opposite end of the field by Manus Boyle. A vital score from Monaghan.
Yes, this is a turnaround of 2 points. Remember, Manus Boyle should have put a goal between it, but instead, Peter Duffy puts 5 points between the teams.
It's all Monaghan again. The left-footed ball by Slowey. That's out to Duffy, picked up by McKennedy. Away goes Stephen McKennedy. A shot over the bar it goes. It's all Monaghan at the moment. The Monaghan fans are going delirious here. The Drumhallen player, it's his 2nd point of the second half. Donegal need a goal. They're not going to get it. Edwin Murphy has anything to do with it. He's trying this ball deep into the defence. Duffy's on the overlap. Could this be the one that saves it? Duffy hammers it over again and looks into the crowd. It's as easy as that.
Judy Hughes said, watch out for this man, Peter Duffy, but Noel Martin has done Eddie Murphy it is, done exceptionally well picking up the break in the middle of the field, and Duffy was going to take no chances with that score.
James McHugh. Is there still a kick in Donegal? Paddy Haggerty beaten to it by Slowey. But Martin Shovelin maintains possession. Joe Fine with a cry from the supporters. He didn't, but he forced him to kick that ball away. Declan Lockman. Joe Coyle. A star game at centre half. The overlapping John Conlon. Jim Kern waves it on. Slowey is rubbed by Mark Crossan. Donegal through John Joe Doherty. Worked the way upfield again. Duffy. David King. He's had a great game at centre full back. McInerney, the Monaghan captain, sizes up the situation in front. Slowly, steadies. Looks for the opportunity. Strikes it over the bar. That's a brilliant score there. Pádraig McShane, a smile written all over his face. That's his second point of the half.
The ball was won by a Monaghan defender. Again, Donegal forwards not fit it. Win possession, worked up the field in much the same style as Donegal and over the bar.
Ball bringing down again. Declan Smith spurns the pass. Oh, over the bar it goes from Declan Smith. What a game this young man has had. He did it in Breffni last year, and he's produced the goods again in Ballybofey. That's his 6th point, and he kicked that one over almost disdainfully.
Yes, with a tight marking defence and a solid midfield and plenty of space up front for Declan Smith and co. Monaghan outscored Donegal.
It's all over. Ray McCarron shakes hands. A delighted Edwin Murphy, he can't believe it. And the thousands of Donegal supporters here can't believe it. Monaghan came as underdogs, but they're going away as conquerors. Donegal crash out of this year's Ulster Championship. It's Monaghan who win in Ballybofey. Monaghan 1 goal and 14. Donegal 8 points.
It's great for someone that has been there before in 85, 88. We never visualised us getting to an Ulster final, even in a semi-final. Actually, coming to Donegal here today after Donegal putting up a great show against Down. But we have another tough match now. Monaghan Cavan semi-final. I think you would have got great odds on that. We're looking forward to meeting Cavan. I'm sure they're looking forward to meeting us.
The scoreline, it gave us an emphatic win, but it was tough out there. It took us to play the 70 minutes to get the result we did.
Why do you think Monaghan did win the match today?
Monaghan were hungry, as I said. After the Laois game, we were hungry to come up here and do ourselves justice. We didn't do ourselves justice in Croke Park, and we set a target to come up here and beat Donegal.
We're not surprised, but we're very delighted with our win. We knew coming up today it was going to be a tough battle up here in Ballybofey today, especially playing away from home. We have a very young team. There's a terrible effort has been put into this team since Christmas. Sean McCarville, my trainer and selector, and my other 2 selectors, Damien McBride and Philip Brady, have put a tremendous effort into this side, and have proved it today that if you work hard, you will get the results.
So how about that? It's Monaghan against Cavan in the semi-final and not Donegal. Colm O'Rourke, I would rate that a greater upset than Donegal's defeat of Down, the All-Ireland champions, in the first round.
Absolutely, but I suppose if one looks back to the Winter League campaign that Monaghan had, they showed promise in that campaign, even if they were beaten in the quarter-final by Laois. I think that they were very disappointed with their own display that day. Got a lot of possession in Croke Park, but kicked very badly, and there was a significant improvement in that game in their shooting, which was top class.
Would you say that the start of the game had a major bearing on the result? Donegal missing a penalty, missing the 50 that they got as a result of the penalty save, and then Monaghan getting what I'd call a lucky goal early on.
There's no doubt about it. I suppose it's a 6-point turnaround for something like that. But then again, we saw Dublin last night missing a penalty in the first half of the game and just getting on with it. So the fact that it was in the first minute, really, Donegal should have been able to get over it. But when one looks at the ball that Paddy Hegarty punched and it hit the post at a crucial time of the second half, things didn't seem to run Donegal's way. But in saying that, Monaghan looked very, very fit, and they looked very hungry, and they looked very sharp, and their running off the ball was very good. And they have 3 or 4 very good scoring forwards, people like Declan Smith and Michael Slowey and Peter Duffy, who's new to Championship football there, and Stephen McGinnity.
They seem to have the pace to outrun Donegal during most of the game. Is it possible that Donegal, they'd be a tired team, 11 of the team that won the All-Ireland in 1992, and it wasn't exactly a young team then?
No, and I suppose they've had a very hard campaign, getting to the league final and then straight away into the Championship. And it looks as if Donegal were a bit mentally flat, whatever about physically. But it was easy for them to motivate themselves to play down. It would have been more difficult to motivate themselves for a match with Monaghan. But
now, we weren't there, Colin, but it looked at times that it wasn't exactly a tame game.
No, there was a lot of niggly incidents. When players were fouled, everybody seemed to have a say, and a lot of pushing and shoving off the ball.
Yeah, we can see one of them here now, maybe.
Yeah, yes. Brian Murray is involved, and we can see that early on in the incident, somebody upends Brian Murray, and he obviously decides to seek retribution and does so on Stephen McGinnity, I think it is there. And, he's very fortunate now to stay on the field for that elbow on the back of the head.
While you can't condone a thing like that, it's quite possible that something happened that we didn't see before that.
Well, there's no doubt about Brian Murray got a wallop himself, which started the incident.
Yeah, semi-final, Monaghan and Cavan.
Well, that's going to be a great day. I'd say Martin McHugh now must be fancying his chances, certainly, of making to the Ulster final. But that Monaghan forward line is going to take a bit of stopping. Would they carry your money in the semi-final against Cavan? Well, I wouldn't be a betting man, Michal, anyway. OK, well, that's for another day. Thanks very much, Colin O'Rourke. Ag a bwynti sio tog myd brisio, elach be myd hyrnasiwr i, siwgos o moyn to beder ag ein difan o'r sio.